Welcome, everyone. Hi, it's Allison Mondel, director and teaching artist of Aya Medieval Music. I hope you are doing well this very, very cold, wintry day here in Washington, D.C. And I'm so, so happy to hold space and dive into some really exceptional music. And if you are new to Aya, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's really such a pleasure to be able to share my favorite music with the world. And today we're going to be exploring what I would define as one of Hildegard's most essential pieces. Why? This piece, Karitas habundat, an antiphon for divine love. This piece that is in some ways compact and tidy uh, really exemplifies some very idiosyncratic elements of Hildegard's musical style and of her rhetorical style. But really, when you get really to the heart of this piece, it's really proclaiming and praising this elemental aspect of caritas, or divine love. And not only that, it's divine love that has this sort of ethos of the sacred feminine. Really, if you think of the creator's feminine element, likened possibly to the Holy Spirit or Holy Sophia, divine wisdom. But it's really in some ways kind of intangible. It's not clearly defined. And I wanted to share with you one passage that Hildegard writes related to divine love before we hop into this music. So, hey, Teach. Hey, Madeline. Nice to see you. And friends, please say hello in the chat, whether you're tuning in on YouTube or Facebook. I also want to just take a moment to share this link here. If you have not yet gotten your score, it looks like this. And what I'm sharing with you here is a modern transcription of Hildegard's original 12th century pneumatic notation. So this is something, a long ongoing project called the Symphonia series, where the projected plan is at the end of this year, my colleague Hugh McElroy and I will have compiled the entire corpus of Hildegard's songs in a modern musical transcription, as well as a fresh English translation, to be accessible, to be free, to be available to anyone who wants to explore this music in a format that is as closely informed by the original as we can possibly make it. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Louisa. I'm so glad you're here too. And Monica and Sue. Hi there. So glad you're here. Thanks for dropping that in the chat. And coming back to this piece, I wanted to share with you something Barbara Newman writes in her really seminal work of the Symphonia, or really, which is shorthand for the group of 77 songs that Hildegard collectively identified as the Symphonia Harmoniae Celestium Revelationem, or the I might mess this up. The symphony. I don't remember. I feel like I'm going to mess that up. Okay, I'm going to say it. The English translation. The Symphony of the Harmony of Celestial Revelations. Which is kind of a big concept. But here's a quote from Hildegard that will segue us into the piece. And we're going to learn this piece and sing it all together. you'll get to explore some of these wonderful, wonderful Hildegardian compositional techniques and her play with words, the majesty of the topic, and what it feels like to sing and to be these holy instruments that we are, even on a Friday afternoon. So here we go. As Hildegard writes in her last book on the activity of God, Caritas proclaims, I am the supreme and fiery force who kindled every living spark, and I breathed forth no deadly thing. And I am the fiery life of the essence of God. I flame above the beauty of the fields. I shine in the waters. I burn in the sun, the moon, and the stars. Amazing. And here I'd like you to turn to your score. I'm going to use my Symphonia here to provide a drone for us so I don't have to use my electric piano to lead this medieval song. But here we have Caritas, charity, divine love, the fiery essence of God. How wonderful. And if you look at your score, the way I like to teach this music is that we're going to go line by line. And what I will do is I will sing each line. And here I want to be just a quick asterisk. These lines, this text and music that's delineated in the score as such, is not what Hildegard had originally written in her manuscript. What we have here is the structure that Dr. Barbara Newman uses in her book, carefully constructed, that gives us some structure for learning and for interpreting. So what we really have here is a poem without necessarily any visual structure as it's portrayed in the original manuscript. But here we're giving ourselves something, a skeleton to work with. Caritas takes up this whole first line, this invocation where we call to Caritas, we absorb the essence of Caritas, and we could just be singing some notes here, but we're not. We're invoking holy, divine, sacred archetype, both within and without, which is way more interesting. Okay. So here we're in the Dorian mode. We have D, that you will hear here. Okay. So what does that mean? It means that we're going to really sit into and enjoy this particular harmonic mode, melodic mode. So tune. Take a moment, just feel that. It's very therapeutic. And I invite you to take a moment and put your hand on your heart if you feel called to do so. And feel the weight of that hand and allow yourself to move your awareness into the heart. This is divine love after all. We don't think divine love. We have sacred union with divine love. And from this heart center, we move outward with our voice. And so as you track the music with your eyes, I invite you to remain in this heart-centered, embodied place. And from here, I want you to take a breath. Let that breath just rush in. Feel it. Fill your lungs. Drop into your belly and relax As you exhale, relax, my friend. Beautiful. And here, I want to engage you now in an active listening piece. As I sing the first line, I want you to track with your eyes and listen. And just begin to take it all in. No need to get it perfect. We're just communing here. Have a listen. Let's try it all together one more time. Together. Beautiful. Take a moment. I want you to look at the first two notes. 1, 5. We have here this very typical opening structure of the 1, the final to the 5th here. But I'd like you to really think about this for a moment. It's not just 1, 5. I want you to really consider, what is this moment's? Is it a time to settle my nerves? Perhaps. I think what you might be feeling is this portal opening to sacred, amazing power. Welcome to singing Hildegard. But what we also have is a threshold, a doorway. And I want you to stand on the doorstep first, on this first note, as you then meaningfully and intentionally traverse forward. So let's do this again one more time. And I want you to really use the first note, the first moment, as the first sort of really being aware of what you're actually bringing into the rest of the line. Purposeful intention. One more time. Isn't this fun? Ready? Beautiful. And we're going to carry forward with the same inner awareness of what we're doing. Not just notes, but real connection. Because next we say, habundat in omnia, carrying from Caritas, divine love, charity, grace, habundat, abounds, overflows into everything. All of creation, all of humanity, all of this crazy miracle of a planet that we work on, and all of the cosmos. But just to be practical, let it just be your own heart. Listen to line 2, and then we'll sing it all together. Together. So let me quickly explain some of the features that are in the score that are trying to translate some notational techniques of the 12th century and Gregorian chant in general. So when you see there's two different sized note heads, large note head and a small, we're looking here at the large that has something that has more weight or stress or even duration versus a smaller note head that has more dynamic, fleeting perhaps, less weighty energy. And then when you see a line or a tenuto above a line, that's indicating what was originally in the manuscript known as a pressus, something that not adding vocal tension, but musical tension. Yes. And then when you see something, a small note head that in the text you see a consonant in parentheses, that's indicating what's called a liquescence, which translates to liquid. It's a kind of notational symbol that indicated a liquid or connected movement. In this case, what we're doing is actually articulating the consonant, which is something any voice teacher would probably wag their finger at a student. Unfortunately, that's happened to me. Oh, youth. However, we're really sending energy into this consonant to articulate an energy in essence and carry that energy through to the next moment, which could be a syllable or could be a note. It doesn't matter. But we're highly cognizant of the consonant adding value and adding energy. It's important. I'd like to try that again all together, the second line, and then we'll keep going. Here we go. Beautiful. Here's line 3. I'll start. Excellentissima. All together. Excellentissima. Line 4, just me. So yummy. Let's try it all together. Wonderful. I want to take a moment to talk about lines 3 and 4 because there's something quintessentially Hildegard about the text here. And if I told you, in looking at your translation, that we say on line 3, de imis excellentissima, of the depths most exalted, and above, line 4, supersidera, above the stars. So for the word imis, of relating to the depths, we go high and come down. And to line 4, above the stars, divine love, sort of abounding in the stars, we're in the depths. How unusual. How unexpected. Perfect. Just for fun, let's sing lines 3 and 4 together. knowing what we know, now that we know. Really, this wonderful play of words and music. Deeply intentional, no doubt. Line 3, together. I love that. Atque amantissima, line 5. So tender, the most tender in omnia toward all creation. That gives me an idea of how to interpret this. Listen to line 5, and then we'll go all together. I hope you're having fun. Together, line 5. Line 6. Tutti. Beautiful. Next, again, she dips us low, low into the depths on line 6, yes? I'm going to tune for a moment. Now we have line 7, everyone. Have a listen. We change gears here. This becomes a little bit more, it's articulating something that's closer to an action now, that gives, that offers, bestows, as Hugh says. I love that word, to bestow. The High King, Sumo Regi, the Osculum Pacis, kiss of peace. And if we recall in the saying that divine love is not attuned to any deadly thing, we have here the kiss of peace. I'll take that kiss of peace too. I think we could all use that. Listen to line 7, everyone, and then we'll go together. Now, in the last line, we have this rather melismatic setting of the word, which happens to be the verb of this last clause, dedit, or to give, to bestow, right? And imagine, as Hildegard speaks of these melismatic passages, that she speaks of the quality of ruminatio, to ruminate. And to ruminate, if you are a cow, means to chew, as in cud, to break down, to ingest, and also to digest. It's almost like a weird quasi-digestion, really to aid digestion. We don't have to take that metaphor any further. But what I'd like to do is invite you to think about this melisma as having a real purpose, real intention of ruminatio. Okay, let's listen, and then we'll come all together. Of course, you can just sing this if you want to, but if you need a guide, here it is. Beautiful. So when we then look at this piece as a whole, we look at the antiphon, something that was a musical form that was used in Hildegard's liturgy to serve a function, but really what we have is this mini cosmos tucked into this short form. And as we go back to the beginning and we walk our way through once more, rather, we are led through the entire thing, top to bottom. I want you to really take a moment. It doesn't matter if you sing the right notes right now. It doesn't matter if you miss that presus or liquescence. Who cares? What I want you to really savor and capture is this gift of the song, the gift of the prayer, the gift of this moment with Caritas, and how you, yes, you and me, that this song wouldn't even be happening if we weren't here right now in human form to express it. And the notes and the words, as remarkable and amazing as they are only the means to a higher form of expression and communion with the lady herself, Lady Love, Divine Love, Caritas. And that we're going to dance with her through this piece as we dance with one another and with Hildegard. And how awesome is that? So, let's go back to the beginning, my friends. Take a moment and reconnect to whatever makes you feel connected. For me, it's right here. I also feel very much when I sing this music that Hildegard, connecting with Hildegard, for me, comes through my gut too. It's a very grounded, sort of bold feeling of energy in my solar plexus, as well as through here, the center of my being, and really how I feel that my voice is truly emanating. Takes it to a whole next level. Take a moment, breathe, and let's do this. I can't wait. I'm so happy and grateful you're here. We must have something in tune for our Lady Love. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for joining me and all of you joining together to explore sacred music and sacred sounds, and of course to celebrate this fantastic human being, Hildegard of Bingen, Saint Hildegard. Thank you, Hildegard. So may you abound in divine love today, this weekend, and enjoy this gift of music and community and a little magic. Thank you, Louisa. You're welcome, Monica. Good. Thank you, dear Sherry. Hi, Maria. You're welcome. Thank you, Hildegard. Indeed. Oh, sorry. So, dear ones, thank you so much. If you are interested in more, there are more gifts to share on the AO website. You are welcome to download as many of these amazing songs as you wish. And I always have some exciting things stirring and brewing in my cauldron. So please follow sign up for our mailing list so you can get all of the latest. I'm really excited to share the next phase with you. You're welcome, Isabel. Hello, Shannon. Hi, Sue. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks, everyone. I'm so pleased to spend this time with you. Take care. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.